Are these actually demonic spirits? Hey guys, my name is Steven and I serve right here at Bigger Point SA, where we serve to share hope, inspire passion, and seek Christ. If it is your first time here, please do feel welcome. Thank you so much for being part of the video, and I hope this video will edify you. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. You are appreciated. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, as it does help us to push the video into the algorithm. And our goal is to reach more and more people, making people aware of what currently is happening in the world. And this is exactly what we are talking about. IShowSpeed recently had this World Africa tour where he went and experienced different cultures and different traditions. He went and he ate different foods, and it seemed like a fun experience until it got to a point where I had to ask myself, how far is far in experiencing various things that could bring glorification to an underworld instead of bringing glorification to God? Now, as we know, IShowSpeed never came out and said that he was a Christian in any form or believes in God. We're not sure about that. If you perhaps do come across footage like that, please do share it in the comment section. But according to what I have seen, he doesn't clearly come out and state whether he follows Jesus or that he follows God. And so we get to see he takes part in various rituals and various things. But I want you to see it for yourself. He gets to one of the tribes and they do some form of ritual, and yeah, it gets a little bit spooky. But I want you, like I said, to see it for yourself. But first of all, like I said, I hope you can enjoy the video, and I hope that you are going to be blessed by what we conclude at the end of this video. So check this out. This is his trailer. This is the African tour that he actually went on, and it was very interesting to see that he's actually coming out and is actually coming to Africa. Very interesting. So let me get this up for you.
What the hell is that? What the? Oh my goodness! What is this? Oh! Oh my goodness! It's that time! Let's go!
Okay, so that is his trailer, right? So really cool. It's really set up really nicely, and yeah, really cool. And so we get to see that, like I said, he went to various countries, he went and did various things. But one of the places that he was at really stood out, where he actually performed some rituals, and it was very disturbing, if I could say the least. So when I do say disturbing, I might mean this in the means of keep watching until the end and we'll get to understand what this actually means. But check this out, as this is one of the videos that that kind of stands out with regards to what happens in one of these tours.
How is he moving? Wait, how they moving? Are these robots?
But there's no one in it. There's spirits.
They're spirits?
Okay, so did you hear what the lady says? There's no one in there. They like spirits. So let me explain to you guys some context here. So these are like objects. They come in these spiral kind of. They look cone looking, and they've got hay over, and they move. And apparently, they put a little doll in the middle. before they assemble this little, hey, can you say pillar, cone, or whatever. But then what happens is then that thing would move by its own. It would just start jiggling and dancing and all of these things. And as you can see over there, now there's a lot of people that have their own conspiracies to say, man, there are people that are inside these straws, or there are people that are hiding over there. Yeah, we'll talk, like I said, we'll talk about it in just a little bit. Stay with me. But yeah, this is basically the idea of what is happening. They clearly acknowledge that there is some kind of spirit that are upon these objects, and that's why these objects are moving, and they glorify these objects for that reason. And so that's the scary part, is the fact that these items or these objects are being glorified to the extent of, yeah, it's become a tourist attraction even. So yeah, check this out.
What the hell? Oh my gosh! What the? Yo! How is it moving like that? Oh no, bro, these. What is this one doing? Oh, how is these moving? Bro, he's spraying on all of them. He's controlling it. Bro. That is spirits in there.
Okay, so there's a lot more of that goes on, but just in a nutshell, I just wanted us to clarify and get this perspective across. It's the fact that more and more these type of things are being normalized, more and more these type of things are being shared. And like I said just before this, that even though there might be, let's say for example, someone could be hiding in there. I don't know how to explain the little ones though. I don't know. Those are quite little, and for them to be able to be making those kind of movements. But if it is that someone would be hiding in there, it's very, very interesting that it is being glorified. It is being pushed towards the idea that someone, that a spirit is being acknowledged. And that's what witchcraft is. It's manipulation, it's trickery, it's blinding. So either way, it's a two-way street. It's the fact that people are being duped, people are being misled and misguided to the glorification of some kind of spirit that makes it seem as if this is the real deal. So could it be that it could be the real thing? Who knows? Possibly. Could it be that there's someone in there and that person could be possessed by this thing? That's possible. Should we be aware of these kind of things? 100%. And it's just crazy how you'll see in the next video that I'm going to show you how Speed is so enticed by this. But then what he does in the next video, he's not just enticed, he does something that really got my eyebrows raised, because yeah, that was just weird. But you can see it for yourself, and I'll put it up for you now. All right, so check this out, right? But check what Speed does as well. So apparently there's no one in these things, okay? Apparently there's no one in these things.
What the? Oh, yeah, monkey. You a monkey? Oh my God.
Yeah, I think you can
How's
clearly
he
see some
doing
feet
that?
there, though, isn't it? What do
How
you
is he
guys
doing
think?
that? What the? Oh my God! That's a. Oh.
I think you could clearly see some feet there. What do you guys think? What do you guys when he did the whole spinny thing? Let me know. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are.
How the hell is he doing that? Oh my goodness. Damn monkey. This is crazy. So what are you? Hey, do that one thing again. Do that one thing again. Okay. Again. I want to do it again. I want to do that again. How did he do that? Senegal. Damn. Holla. Oh. Oh.
That is wild.
Oh my God. How you do that?
Okay, so yeah, okay, okay. So I know it's quite a drag watching that, and you're looking at it, and you're like, "Oh man, what is Speed doing? Is just watching a bunch of people spinning around, dancing, and all of that." But I want us to pay attention to what he does at the end. He does like this whole sexual imitation, his sexual thing, and whatever. And that is the scary part. That it's not that he just went and experienced these rituals. It's not that he went and he experienced these cultural things. It's these spirits. Like I said, it might not be that the object itself perhaps is demonic, but the person might be. It could be that they've been living in that role for so long now that there's actually a demon that could be in that person, and that's scary. If not, and it's actually the object, that's even more scarier. Either way, this thing is scary. It's wild. You are treading on dangerous soil. And so he goes and he does the sexual act. And if you listen carefully in the video, you get to hear that that thing, whatever it is being addressed as a he, right? And so Speed is doing a sexual act on the spirit thing that's addressed as a he, which means it's him being a guy, this thing being a guy. And very quickly, even though it doesn't seem this way, this thing just seems demonic, because now the act of what Speed and this guy is doing is a male to male. You know, do you guys get what I'm trying to say? So very quickly, this is turning out to be very weird. And this is by looking at from the perspective, oh, it's just a culture, it's just a this, it's just a that. And so let's check out what this actually is. And I want us to check this out. I got this just a short overview of what this could possibly be on a search I did. And so just check here, we're going to read this together. There we go. So they say the Zang Beto is a traditional voodoo guardian spirit of the Ogu or Egon people in Benin, Togo, and Nigeria, acting as a night watchman or a traditional police force. Appearing as moving cone shaped hay costumes, they are believed to be possessed by spirits that protect communities from evil forces, maintain order, and detect criminals, often through intense whirling dances. So it's painted to the community, it's painted to the people as these protectors, these guardians. And like I said in the beginning, it's glorification going to another spirit. It's you acknowledging another spirit. It's you going into this place. If you are going to partake in these rituals, that is you lifting up a spirit that you don't even know where it came from. Clearly, like they say, this Zhang Beto is a traditional voodoo spirit, and we know that voodoo is derived from a demonic root, right? So clearly, this might be portrayed as something that is good, but in hindsight, this is quite evil. And so you're looking at this and you're saying, man, aren't you being a bit over spiritual about this? Aren't you reaching for straws? Get it? Straws, the go. Anyway, aren't you reaching for straws in all of this? And so my whole point of me saying this is just the fact that Speed went on this tour. He had so much fun, but how much fun is fun when the norm of spirits and the demonic becomes such a prominent thing that even people find it entertaining, that you don't find anything wrong with it anymore. And in the spiritual realm, we get to see that this is something that is really real. Speed goes and he actually is not just intrigued by it, he does a sexual act to it. And so that by itself shows how those type of things can draw you in to do things that perhaps in that moment you never thought you would do. And so I want us to be very clear and very understanding that not everything of this world is good. Not everything of this world we should partake in. Not everything of this world we should be able to go and say, "Oh, I want to experience that." We don't need to. If it's something that is glorifying whatever spirit other than God, clearly that is not of God. If it's glorifying or doing something that is not of God, then clearly we should not be partaking in that. And that's why I felt this need to just share, because many times we can hide behind this premise of, I just want to experience it, I just want to do it, I want to do it for myself. And many times it's not a good idea, because you're then entering a realm where whatever you are doing and it's not glorifying God, it's not rooted in God, it's not stemmed in God, that those things could attach itself to you. Those things could, right? I'm not saying it could possess you. If you are a Christian, it possibly could just attach itself to you. It's very important that we do understand this, that it's important what we get ourselves involved in. And so I think that is why Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12 speaks about our fight not being against flesh and blood, but it being against the principalities of this air, it being against these evil things that are happening. And that's exactly what it says, right? In Ephesians 6 verse 12 it says, for our fight or our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. And so I want us to consider that our fight is not against flesh and blood, it's not against the people, it's against the things that are influencing people to do certain things. It's the principalities and the authorities and all of these evil things that people can get caught up in. And that's exactly what we see in this dark world that we are living in. And we might be in this world, but we are not of this world. And that's an important thing to understand, right? So the spiritual forces that are here, we need to be aware of those things. It might look innocent. Oh, it's just, hey, oh, it's just a counting. Oh, there might be someone in it. Even though there might be those elements of looking at it and being, nah, it might not be real. The fact is that you doing it, them doing it is glorification to whatever inspired it. Them doing it is glorification to whatever inspired it. And I want us to really consider that and think about that. And so let us be aware of what we get involved in. Let us be aware where we get involved in. Let us be aware about the type of things we get involved in. And as you go through this week, maybe it's something, let's bring it closer to home. What if it's something we're watching that doesn't glorify God? What if it's something we are doing that doesn't glorify God? What is a thought we are entertaining that doesn't glorify God? And what if we need to get out of the mold of those things? Because, like I said, our fight is not against flesh and blood, but it is against the principalities of this air, the authorities in this dark world. And so we need to be able to be the light in this world. We need to be able to be the people that know that we have the truth, and that truth is Jesus Christ. That truth is Jesus that died on a cross, that rose again, defeated death, so that we might have the gift of salvation, eternal life, a reconciled relationship with the Father, so that we might not be able to be tempted to get caught up in things that doesn't glorify God. And so let us be aware of these things. I pray for Speed. I pray for, his name is a Darren. I pray for him, and let's trust that the Lord breaks through to him. Let's trust that even though he finds these things entertaining, these things could be detrimental to his spirit. And so let's pray for him that he comes to the knowledge of truth and that he finds Jesus to change his life. Amen. God bless you guys and have a blessed day.